back to my channel. Today I am so excited. Okay, for one, I just got my nails done. I love them. Secondly, this is my very first custom from VDS. I do have an undyed from them, my Codex Mega, but I don't consider that a true custom because that was when they were doing their 5-day shipping special, and to me that was kind of like a ready to ship planner in a way, like their ready to ship line. It also takes 5 days to get it shipped out, and you can only pick the customizations from the website. You can't add anything else, and that was the case for this special that they had going for, I think it was only like 1 day. And so I was only able to choose the customizations from the site. I didn't have any other customizations, and there was not like the 10-11 week wait time, so that was shipped in 5 days. So this is my very first actual custom where I had to wait. I think when I ordered, it was like I ordered sometime in April. I think it was like mid-April, maybe beginning of April, I'm not sure, but it was, I think, a 10-week wait, maybe 11 week. I think it was 10 though, but it shipped after 12 weeks, which is not bad at all. Not complaining. I've heard a lot of people say that it for theirs it took a lot longer. So I am very satisfied with the wait time. Like obviously it's a long time, but I knew that going in, and once I started seeing people say that theirs also took like a couple weeks longer, sometimes even longer than that, I figured that mine would take at least a couple weeks longer, which it did. And I just got it. I'm a little nervous opening it because when I made this custom, I hadn't gotten my undyed yet, and that's just the regular, like I said, the regular Mega Codex. And so when I made this one, I added some customizations that I'll go over with you guys, but I did add some like to the height and to the width because all I had was the Giglio Slim Appunto, and I did like the size of it. I know a lot of people aren't a big fan, but I am currently using a 2 notebook system, so I liked the size of it. So when I made that, that's all I had to, when I was making this custom, that's all I had to go off of. But when I ordered the undyed, I was kind of taking like a leap with that because I wasn't sure how the customs would work with my 2-book system. However, they do both fit in there pretty well. I also will say though that my Hobonichi weeks isn't like a super chunky one. Mine is the April start. I started it in March, I think it was March. So I've been in it since March, and I do use stickers, washi, all that stuff, but I haven't been in it. Like if I had been in it since like December, the January start, it would have been a lot longer. It might be a little chunkier, and when it does get chunkier, I'm not sure exactly how it's gonna fit in the Codex. So all of that to say is that when I made this, it was before I got my undyed, and I hadn't tested out those measurements yet, and I do really like those measurements, and they do fit. I just don't know how, when my weeks gets a little chunkier, like if it gets chunkier, I don't know at what point it'll stop fitting, you know, like I hope that all that makes sense. But yeah, so I did this kind of based off of the Giglio Slim Appunto, and I think in this video I will kind of compare them, because I didn't do the Slim Appunto's exact measurements according to their website. I didn't do that. So anyway, I'm just gonna shut up and start opening it. Oh, I was saying that though about the measurements. When I did add some to the width and to the height, and when I got my undyed, I did try to see if I would be able to make any changes to my custom. So I reached out to Petra, but it was already too late. It was like in pre-production mode or whatever, where there's no changes allowed, so I wasn't able to, which is fine. But yeah, that's just, I don't know why I wanted to give you guys that whole story. I don't know. But I am very excited still. I have been loving this leather that I've, at least from pictures that I've seen. Ah! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's, oh, I love the texture. Oh, okay. So it is a bit, I can already tell like right off the bat, it is a bit wider, obviously. I widened it, but I'm going to show you guys how it fits. My two notebooks, how they fit in here. As you can see, or if you don't know, this is the TM Alizan. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. That's how I've heard it pronounced for the most part. This is a waiting list leather, or at least it was when I ordered. Oh my gosh, the texture is amazing. I love it. Okay, so I did get the chunky clasp, which is the A5 clasp. I think I get the A5 and A4 a little mixed up. I think the A4 is the huge one. The chunky, I believe, is A5. That's what I got. I got square corners. I did request striations, like veins, and like large texture. I also sent Petra a picture of what I wanted, so she kind of knew what I was talking about, because when I said striations, it just didn't totally seem like she knew what I was talking about. She did ask me to send the picture, so I did, and I am, oh my gosh, I am in love with this texture. Like, I love it so much. I just stayed with the silver popper. Woo! So, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So I did, okay, I added this, or gosh, can't talk. So I believe the open flat width is 229 millimeters. I will double check that, and if I'm wrong, I will put it like somewhere on the screen, the actual real open flat width, but I believe that's for their mega codex, because that's what this is, the mega codex. I just added width and height, but I believe that's what it is, 229. I changed mine to 240 open flat. Julio, according to their website, it's 245 open flat, and I will get out one of my Slimapuntos and I'll show you guys. But okay, so their website, Julio's website, says 245. But when I measured my Slimapunto, I don't remember which one I measured. I have a few. I measured one of them. I measured 240, roughly. So I don't know. I don't know exactly. So we'll see. I'll compare them like in person. They might be the same width. I don't know. But according to their website, it's 245. This one's 240. With that, I did add an extra slip pocket, and then this is the same. It just comes with the one pen loop. I didn't change that, and then I got the nomad layout on the left side. Oh my god. And then I got the big back pocket. Oh my goodness, I love it. So it is a little wide. I think I'm used to now my undyed, because I've been in my undyed for almost 2 months. Actually, last night I moved into a different planner cover, I'll show you guys because I'm about to pull it out. But before, I just moved into it last night, so I was in my undyed for roughly like 7 weeks, I believe, so almost 2 months. I am used to those measurements, but I'll see how my two books fit in this. Another thing, the height. Really quickly, I did add the height as well. So mine is, on the website for the Mega Codex, is 200 millimeters tall. I added 4 millimeters, so mine's 204 millimeters tall. And I did not do that for the clear cover. I know a lot of people add height for the clear cover. I don't think 4 millimeters is enough height to add for the clear cover. When I was messing around with that idea with Petra, when I was emailing her, she said she recommended like to go to 210 millimeter to add 10 millimeter to the height in order for it to fit the clear cover that I had, the Hobonichi clear cover that I had. I decided not to do that. I didn't want to after all, but I did want to add a little bit of height, at least when I was making this custom. Now, I personally, after having the undyed, being in it for a little bit, I don't think I would care to adjust the height if I made another custom. But when I did this, I just added a little bit, just to, I don't even really know why, just to have a little bit of wiggle room. I do like to tuck my front covers in, and I didn't want everything to be like so snug. Like, I don't know, I just added a little bit of height. I didn't need to, honestly, realistically. I know that now, but when I was making it, I had really no reference because I didn't have a mega codex with just the mega codex like measurements. So I was just basing it off of the Giglio Slimapunto. But actually, the Giglio Slimapunto, according to their website, again, the height of those is also 200 according to their website. But I'm gonna check. I'm gonna do a little comparison of like a couple of my Hobonichi Weeks covers, but I thought it seems like the Giglio Slimapunto, it would be a little bit taller. I pulled out one of my Slimapuntos. I just pulled out the very first one that was like on top, which is my dark brown. So I will compare them right now. This is the Slimapunto from Giglio. It also is supposed to house, or not supposed to, it can house the Hobonichi Weeks or notebooks of similar size. Also, really quick, I think the last customization that I made on this was, I did request, which I really don't know how to tell if it's in here or not because I haven't ever had this in a planner before from VDS. I did request minimal foam. So I believe all of their codexes automatically come with a sheet of Bontex, which I left in there. I didn't mess with that. And then I added minimal foam because I thought, or at least I think, the Alizan is like a very, very thin leather. And so I wanted some squish, which I don't, like, again, I really don't know how to tell, like, if this actually has the minimal foam in there or not. I'm not sure. I do like the way it feels. Like, I know people have said that the Alizan leather is much drier than most leathers, or at least some drier than most leathers, and drier than the other TM leathers from VDS, which I have had TM leathers before. I don't know if this is, at least mine, I don't know if it feels necessarily drier than the other TMs I've had. Maybe a touch. I don't know. I did actually just ship out my last VDS TM in rings that I had because it well, I sold it and I just shipped it out like a few days ago, so I no longer have any like to compare it to like feel to see if this is drier. But it is like drier if you compare it to like the Janet leathers and stuff like that. Of course, this is drier. I definitely don't mind how it feels. I actually kind of like it. Like, it feels like a durable leather. So back to, that was the last custom that I made. Back to this. Actually, so okay, see, so I'm trying to like lay this flat because when it wasn't flat, when it's a little bit puffed up, it looked like this was shorter in width. But if you lay it flat, it still looks a little bit shorter. So that just shows, like, this is supposed to be 245, the Giglio. It's supposed to be 245 open flat, and this is supposed to be 240. And this one is a little bit wider. So that's surprising to me. Let's see the height. I'm just gonna do it this way. height is the same. Wow. Yeah, oh, I'm not even sure I'm in frame, sorry. It's the same. Like, basically exactly the same. Again, this is supposed to be 200 mm tall, but apparently it's not, because this one's 204. So, yeah. Let me just really quickly, I do kind of want to measure this one now. I am surprised that this one's a little bit wider than this one, to be totally honest. That's because this one is 245. Damn it. This one's supposed to be 240. Yeah, this one, okay. I am honestly not super happy about that. It's supposed to be 240. It's 245, not a huge difference, but it's not exactly what I ordered. I love everything else. I'm gonna have to email, oops, sorry. I'm gonna have to email Petra. That's a little disappointing. I'm not as worried about the height. Yeah, that looks like it's 204. Yeah. So this is 245, just to clarify. So this is not supposed to be 245. This is supposed to be 245. Like I said, when I measured it, it was like roughly 240. And I think that's probably about the case because this one is shorter. See? So this is supposed to be this size, and this is technically supposed to be this size. I'm gonna email Petra. I don't even know if it's gonna if it's gonna be worth it, but I'm gonna email her and see what she says. I love this planner. Like, I wouldn't want to give up this hide. I love it, but I went back and forth between whether I wanted to ask for 245 or 240 or somewhere even in between. I even thought about like 242. I wasn't sure, and I finally decided on 240. And I didn't go back and forth with Petra. That was before I emailed Petra, so there shouldn't have been any confusion. I'm gonna go back to our emails, but I don't think I ever mentioned 245 to her. But I'll go back and check to make sure like it's not my like miscommunication. But before I reached out to her, I went back and forth between whether I wanted to ask for 240 or 245 or somewhere in between, and I finally decided on 240. So like the fact that I got a 245, it's a little disappointing to me, just like a little bit, because I love it so much and it's wider than what I wanted. But we'll see. I'm gonna see how my books fit in here, but I don't know what's gonna happen because like I don't know if it's really worth it to send it back. And if I send it back, I don't know if they're gonna will they be able to use the same like planner, the same hide? Will they just be able to somehow like take some of the width off? Like I don't know if that's possible. And like 5 millimeters, is that really worth all that fuss? Like, it's not what I ordered, but I don't know. So that's honestly a tad disappointing to me, but oh well. I'm gonna try my books now. And I'm not sure next year if I'm going to be in the Hobonichi weeks. If I am, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do the mega. This is not the mega, this is a standard. But I was considering if I did stay with the weeks next year, I was considering doing the mega instead of these two books. So one of the reasons why I chose 240 instead of 245 was because if I wanted to do just the mega and not the two books, I thought 240 would fit a little bit better. Like, I thought 245 might be a little too big. So that was why, like, that was one of the reasons why I chose 240, because if I did go with just the mega instead of 2 different notebooks, I thought it would fit a little bit better in the 240. But I got 245. So I'm gonna email her, see what happens. It's really not a bad fit. It is like a little loose. It'll like, see like where it has that room. And truthfully, I did not need to add extra height. That was like obviously my own doing. Yeah, there's quite a bit of room. I think 240 would have been much better. I know 5 millimeters probably doesn't seem like a lot. I know it's really not, realistically, it's not a lot, but it's just a little bit disappointing because I waited like 12 weeks for what I ordered, and it's just a little too big. But I might have to stick it out because I don't know what she's going to suggest, but I don't know if it's really worth it to send it back. It would take a lot longer for, I don't know. Anyway, I'll email her and we'll see what happens, but I'm a little saddened now. This is how it looks. So, I mean, it would have room for it to be chunked up, but, and then if I just wanted, this is way big. I know this is not the mega though, but if I did just want just my weeks in here, it's way too big. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I know I'm going to email Petra, but as far as everything else, I don't know. Okay, it fits a little better since I like, instead of pushing them so far in, which I normally have to do, if I keep them like closer, if I don't push them all the way in like they're supposed to kind of be, like for like this one, if I push it out a little bit, they fit better here. There's a lot more room on this side, but it's not terrible. So yeah, I don't know. So I was so excited at the beginning of this and it was going well until I figured out that this is actually not the correct size. But so that's a little bit of a sad end for me, but it's okay. I'm going to email Petra. So I was thinking about moving into this, but I don't know if I will now because I don't know what the resolution's going to be. Just want to show you guys what that looks like. It would allow for a lot of extra chunk, a lot, but I don't know how it would look. Like I said, if I just switched to a mega and not a 2-book system, I don't know how that would look. Like, I think it would be still be pretty large for it until it got chunky, which wouldn't happen until a few months in. It would start to get some chunk, but yeah. Oh, really quick too, I did want to show how this size, even though it's a little bit wider than the original size that I had ordered, but I wanted to show this size with the Freely Noted notebook from Planner Monkey Co. Because this notebook, okay, so this notebook is, it has 192 pages, 4mm grid. It's the plain notebook. It is roughly Hobonichi Week size, but it's a tad wider. And with my, oh, and it's Tomoe River paper, but it's white Tomoe River paper. And with my normal VDS Mega Codex, it does fit with, so if I switch this out for my Stalogy, it does fit in there, but it's just kind of a little bit of a snug fit, a little like kind of sits in there weird, a little weird. I would have to move it to the front and this to the back because it would hit the pen loop, but I don't really want to do that because I'm in my weeks more often. I just like to have my weeks in the front. So with this being wider, I thought that this would fit better in here. It should definitely fit better in here because it's even wider than I had expected, but I thought this would fit much better in here if I wanted to move into, if I did decide to stay in the weeks next year and I got a standard again and then I just used a 2 notebook system once again. So yeah, see how this is a bit wider than the weeks? It does fit in here like a lot better if I wanted to go that route next year. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I'll email Petra, and I don't know if anyone cares for an update, but so anyway. The planner is still like beautifully crafted. I know mistakes happen. I just don't know what's going to happen from those mistakes happening, like, and I don't know if sending it back would be worth it. It would take a lot more time, I'm assuming, to get it back to me, and then also to get it sent over. I'm sure it would take a long time for it to actually reach them. I don't know if it would cost me any money. And then yeah, like I said, just having it sent back to me, and I don't know. So I may just keep it, but I'm still gonna reach out to Petra and see what happens. But yeah, it's still a beautiful planner no matter what. I love the texture. I love the planner itself. I really do. It's just a little bit wider than I had originally wanted, but the planner is gorgeous. It really is. Like, look at it. It's so pretty. A little disappointing that my first custom is just a little bit wrong, especially after such a long wait, but I know Petra and like her team have really good customer service, and if they were to suggest sending it back and getting it fixed, I don't even know if I'd want to do that. I don't know if it'd be worth it. So maybe I won't, maybe I will, I don't know. But I know Petra will at least like try to make it right. So I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, still a beautiful, beautiful cover. And this video might be a little longer than my normal unboxings, but I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I hope you guys are having today's Monday. Today is Monday the, don't even know, today is Monday the 11th. So I hope you guys are having a great Monday. I don't know for sure if I'll get this posted today on Monday. I want to try, but it is a little bit late already in the day, and then I have to edit this, I think, a little bit more than I normally edit my unboxings, because my other unboxings are usually a little bit quicker. This one was a little bit longer. I did some comparing. So yeah. Oh, another thing. I'm sorry, really quickly. I wanted to compare this to my normal. This is a normal Mega Codex, Jail Brown, except these are rounded corners. So yeah, this is the difference. Not a big difference. If it was 240, it probably would have been like just a little bit, oops, just like a little bit smaller of a difference. So, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of compare that. This is the height difference. Yeah, nothing crazy, but anyway. So, and this is this is the planner that I had moved into last night. I know I didn't even tell you guys what planner I moved into. It's this one. I got it used. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great Monday, and I guess I will talk to you guys later. Bye.